All right, let's take a look here at volume type usage. First, we'll compare the solid state drives and then the hard disk drives. So the first thing is we have volume types GP2, GP3, IO1, IO2 block express. We're going to pretend like IO2 does not exist because you should not use it anymore. Let's look at the use case for general purpose. Most general workloads, transactional workloads, virtual desktops, medium size, single instance databases, low latency interactive apps, boot volumes, and development and test environments. When you don't know what to choose the general purpose volume, such as GP2 or GP3. Sometimes people just use GP2 because the free tier is on GP2 as opposed to GP3. But if you're going to run something, I'd run it on GP3 because we're not on the free tier. GP3 is going to be more cost effective anyway. We have IO1, so workloads that requires sustained IOPS performance of more than 16 IOPS. Through IO intensive database workloads. For IO2, block express, these are sub-millisecond latency, sustained IOPS performance, more than 64,000 IOPS, or 1,000 megabits per second of throughput. So just remember the 16,000 and 64,000. That's going to help you choose the volume because exams might ask you to choose the correct volume. For durability, we have 99.8% to 99.9%. For IO2, it's the same. And for IO block express, it just happens to be 99.999%. The volume size is between 1 to 16 terabytes for GPT-2 and GPT-3. For IO2, it's 4 gigabytes between 16. Well, let's say it's gigabits. When you see the I, it's gigabits. So it's 4 gigabits between 16 terabits. And the last one is 4 gigabits between 64 terabits. So a lot of storage for IO2 block express. The max IOPS here is 16,000. This one's 64,000. This one's 256,000. Remember those values. That is important. Max throughput is 250 megabits per second for GPT-2, 1,000 megabits per second for GPT-3. For IO1, we have 1,000 megabits. For IO2 block express, we have 4,000 megabits. We can not attach EBS multi-attach for general purpose, but we can for IOPS provisioned SSD. There is no NVMe reservation, so you can't reserve NVMs, but for IO2 block express, you absolutely can. That doesn't mean you can't use NVM with other ones. It's just in particular, it's about reservation. For boot volume, they can all be used for boot volume. Let's take a look at the hard disk drives. We have throughput optimized, cold, and magnetic, ST1, SC1, and standard. Big data, data warehouses, log processing for ST1. For cold, it's going to be throughput-oriented storage for data that isn't frequently accessed, where low storage cost is important. And then magnetic is workloads where data is accessed infrequently. Magnetic is going to be the cheapest at volume, right? For durability, we have 99.8 to 99.9%. We don't talk about durability here because it's not represented in the same way. But if you want to think about durability, these magnetic tapes are good for 30 years, so there's not going to be an issue here. It says infrequently accessed, but really, like the last one is more like you never access unless you're really infrequent, because it's super cold storage, right? Volume size here, 125 gigabits between 16 terabits. Here it's between 1 gigabit and 1 terabit. We have 500 for the max IOPS here. It's 250, then 40 to 200. Max throughput is 500 megabits, 250 megabits, and then 4090 megabits. You cannot do EBS multi-attach here. Not available for magnetic because it doesn't make any sense. For boot volume, nope. For magnetic, it is supported. Okay, so there you go.